Hello there, welcome to my weather show. This is the New Zealand edition where we take a look at the weather for the coming week, and we've had some pretty active spring westerlies. We're going to pull back on this week, but there is still one little punch to come through, pretty significant, with some strong and damaging winds. We get in close. First off, this is the next troublemaker. Can you notice the little curly hue of yellow there? That is a deepening low, and it's deepened pretty rapidly as it's moved across the southern Tasman over the last 12 to 24 hours. These are the streamlines. The high is also blocking a little bit. So with this, it's going to deepen, bring the isobars together. Those are upper level steering winds. It's going to get quite windy. Damaging winds to spots to the far south, even Canterbury High Country, to the point where Met Service, they've even issued a red warning. You only do this when there's a significant weather event, when we had the East Coast flooding for Canterbury, when we had the West Coast flooding. This wind gusts to 150, 160 kilometers per hour across the Canterbury High Country. Those could be damaging winds. Remember last time we saw power lines, trees? We could see the same sort of thing. This is going to be a quick, sharp blast, and that zone there, it's got some thunder in it too. That is what is going to be churning in. So this is how we look. We start off the course of the week. The main squeeze and the deepening low will have gone through. That area there with significant winds will start to ease through the course of the day, Monday. But that, of course, will be still significant there across the high country and to the far south. Rain piling into the west coast, that green, that could be easily 100 to 200 millimeters of rain, Fiordland, Westland. And that zone of stronger winds does peak. You can see it really all the way to Cook Strait through Monday. Further north and east, you are fine. This zone of nastiness there, and that blue line, that is a snow line of about 1,000 meters. Colder air tucking in, maybe down to around 700 meters. As you run through Tuesday. Let's put this thing into motion. So there it is sitting there, and you can watch what happens as this thing churns its way through. Going north, energy goes through, so the strongest winds will ease, strong to severe gales still for much of central New Zealand and the east coast. Tuesday the front is there, it's losing its oomph. You think we're done? We build high pressure in here, but look at this guy. This is a new system working in for the North Island. So Wednesday, Thursday, significant rain and wind from the east with that. There's your snow line. Notice much of the far south, of really the South Island, your week is going to be drier. High pressure settles in, but with that blue line there and a colder southeaster, it's going to be a cool week. Look at this. Then we go back to all the westerlies, probably into next weekend, with probably Saturday being that one day where we get a bit of a dry spell. These are the temperatures, and you can see we start off here with the zone of blue. That's the front, warmer air. There's the change. The blue is cooler than normal. So for many across the South Island, you're looking 10 degrees, 12 degrees for highs, some frost. That's going into the middle part of the week. There's the low forming. Orange is warmer than normal air. So it will be perhaps 15 to maybe close to 20 for a time over the North Island. Then the blue is just boom, there you go. It's cooler than normal with that cooler southerly finishing off the week. You see the orange over Australia? Another surge there from the interior. That could easily kick them into well into the 30s from South Australia right towards New South Wales through the course of the week. But for us, it's going to be a cool week. It's going to be a wet week too. More significant rain. I've mentioned the West Coast. We could see 100 to 200 millimeters of rain more on the west coast. Not as much, but there is some good spill over there, so the rivers will continue to run high over parts of Canterbury and spots east. The other system comes in with this lump of colour here. That tracks in a good dump of moisture here, 20, 30 to 50 millimetres, and where you see some of the purpley bits, that could be as much as 50 to 100 as the flow goes that way in the second half of the week. So it's going to be that way, and then it's going to be that way and that way. Still up and down weather, not quite like last week, but it will be quieter and cooler down south. Keep your raincoats handy further north. That's the weather for now.